some Pepto-Bismol. It's a little better. Oh, Madison is here. Hi, Madison.
Hi, Madison.
Wow. Hi, Madison.
The meeting to attention. We don't have a full quorum at this time, but we will proceed with well, there's not a big agenda, but we'll definitely start talking about the May 9th senior resource fair and like to get everybody input on that. So they can all be part of the agenda and the recording. Lydia, you like to start?
I was very pleasantly surprised. I couldn't make it last year because the death in my family. And this was wonderfully done. The participation was eager, food was wonderful, the information. So I think I was very pleasantly surprised about how it turned out. Just a lovely event, a real good resource for, they say, Altacock is old people.
And
Pat Lewis
Pat Lewis.
from Lily, and
Were you at the
no, I feel so bad about that. I totally forgot about it, but there's a lot going on at Lily. All the big people are coming down with sicknesses and illnesses, so it's been rough, and I've had extra stuff put on me, so yeah, I was in last year, but I'm sorry I didn't make this one.
A lot of this stuff is airborne. We have too many male trees with other male trees. The pollination that they're giving off is not being captured by the female trees. And people are, when they inhale, they get these little things stuck in their throat. And it's ranging from sore throat to strep throat to some of them can have a mild lung ailment. So they're not talking about it, but if the person have knowledge of it, you ask about it, they're going to tell you. You have a lot of male trees that's populating. I don't know. They're not postpopping.
Is this something?
They're not having sex, you mean?
I guess pollination is not occurring. It's just blowing in the wind, and we all, as residents of certain areas with a large field of grass and forest or park, we are catching.
I had an attack.
Yeah, thank you for explaining that, because someone else mentioned to me about the male trees, because I suffer from pollen and ragweed allergies, and this year has been bad for me. So I'm glad that you explained it. I think I kind of understand what you're saying.
Yes.
Yeah, I was on 111th and Amsterdam Avenue. And just all of a sudden, I started coughing because I was getting some type of dust or something going down. And I had to get away from me. I really did. I've never seen I've never had something like that.
I'm not gonna get too deep in it, but we have a small agenda. So we just kind of reminiscing on our health and well-beings as seniors and young seniors, and for the younger folks to know what we are going through as far as to and fro from our destinations in the streets and other areas that like parks and everything.
I'm gonna ask Vanessa too.
Yes, I got Vanessa coming up. And they have the chemtrails and all that, and the contrails, the differentials between that. The spring has aluminum in it, and our when it comes down, that's when you get this cold, heavy saturation of air where you walk down 110th Street, freeze to death, go on 111th Street, and it's sunshine. So those are weather geoengineering that's occurring. It doesn't take a rocket scientist, not for me, because I already knew about this 40 years ago. So Back to the future. And we go to Vanessa, and then I'll get everybody online, and then we can go into the agenda. We have Ms. Daniel Henderson and Mr. McGregor. And
Hey, Carlton. How you doing?
Juanisha Bennett, and I think Lily is on. Lily, is that Lily Sanchez?
Yes.
Lopez?
Yes.
Okay, I remember you. All right. So Vanessa?
I thought, and the first one I've ever attended or been a part of, I thought it was excellent. In light of whether the participation was excellent, the presenters were excellent, so I thought everything was wonderful. The food was wonderful, the support was wonderful, so I'm looking forward to next time.
All right, that's great. So that's our third and fourth and fifth and the sixth can be beautiful too. All right, we have
If we survive, yeah.
Miss Patricia Walton Johnson. You have anything to say?
Yes. Oh, sure. Thank you. I thought the senior fair was wonderful. It was well attended, and everybody seemed to be very excited about what was happening. And I like the fact that there was many tables for for of information for everyone to go to. If I may be personal for just a moment, I didn't tell you all in advance, but that day was my birthday. And the reason why I didn't say anything, because personally, I didn't want anybody to try to put the focus or a focus on that. I knew it was my birthday and I knew I was going to celebrate that day, but I didn't know how. So being there, being with everybody was such a joy, and it was a milestone birthday for me. So the fact that I could celebrate it with CB9 was beautiful, and I appreciate it so much. All the kindness that you all showed me that day, it was really nice. Two of my friends, actually, who I call my sister chicas, they surprised me. They told me that they weren't going to see me that day because they were going on a boat ride, and then they showed up at the senior fair. They said, "We can't miss your fair, so so we can't miss the senior fair, and we can't miss your birthday." So I just want to thank everybody for the kindness that you showed me, and I love working with CB9, especially with our seniors committee. But again, I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you to everybody. And yes, it was a wonderful day, and I'm looking forward to next year.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Multi-standard, co-chair.
Did you call me, Charlton?
Yes, give you a little
Yeah.
recap.
Um,
That you
First and
posted.
foremost, I want to thank everyone who showed up, and even thank the folks that tried to make it and couldn't get there. The weather was really, this is the second time in our 3 years that it poured rain, but the seniors came out anyway. There was food, there was flowers. Thank you to Francina and the crew. Thank you, Madison, as usual, for your continued participation, and to anyone else who presented. It just seems to go off really well. There's a variety of things going on. A special recognition to our the district attorney from Manhattan, who came in person to address the crowd in the rain.
Yes, he did. Yes, he
Yeah.
did.
So and we had representatives from quite a few politicians. So it's onward and upward. So maybe we need to expand next year. We might need a bigger space, but this is 3 years in a row that it came off so well and well attended, and nobody complained. Everybody seemed like they had a good time.
So, Quanisha Bennett, would you like to lead in your presentation?
I'm actually not leading the presentation. Danielle is going to be leading the presentation. I can't
Okay.
introduce myself though. So my name is Quanisha Bennett, as you stated, and I'm the program director here for New York Connects, NORC, and the whole program. But today I have my New York Connects director hat on, and Danielle is our program manager here, so she will be presenting for you guys. But it's very nice to meet everyone.
Danielle, you like to lead?
Yeah. Hi, good morning, everyone. Thank you for having us here. As Quanisha mentioned, my name is Danielle Henson. I am the program manager here for New York Connects Manhattan. We are stationed here within Hudson Guild, and I'm just going to give you a bit of information about what we do here. Is anyone familiar with New York Connects? Let me ask that first. No?
1 second. Why did the alarm go off? Hold on, an alarm went off here.
Oh, no problem.
All right. You get somebody get contact.
You should tell you so.
They use that went off. I don't know if it went off from their office. They had trouble on it. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
Yes. You can continue.
Oh, okay. Well, New York Connects, we are a statewide program. We try to help individuals explore long-term care options. It is a free information and assistance service. We try to help our clients or callers make informed decisions about their care and make sure that they're connected to the resources that they need in order to do that. We want to do our best to assist them and promote independence and well-being. We do that through a personalized form of guidance. Our specialists here are trained. We have a resource database that they use in order to give a quick assessment to our callers and ensure that they are matched with services that can help them in their specific case. We operate as a no wrong door policy. What that means is that you give us a call and we do our best to help you as best as we can. We do have services for all ages, those who are in our senior community, as well as anyone of any age with a disability. If their family member or caregivers call in, we have services that can be supportive to them as well. And also for those professionals who have clients that are in that range and may need just an extra hand to find a service or supportive service, I'll say. There's not anything that we're not necessarily case managers, so to speak. We kind of offer case assistance services. So we do our best to, like I said previously, just connect providers with or callers with the services that they are requesting. Some information could be financial assistance programs. We assist with transportation, connecting with HRA for SNAP applications, health and wellness support, nutrition services, behavioral health services. We have a wide range of resources that we can offer. Some other examples of that would be if a senior maybe needs help with daily living services or home health aides. We can assist with matching with home delivered meal services or adult day programs, things along those lines. We do differ from 311, 911, and 988. So we just try to put that out there to our clients so that they understand how to or when to give us a call. 911, of course, is for the emergencies, whereas 311 is like a go-between for non-emergent situations. 988, of course, for mental health, and then you have us. We're like the liaison between those. Usually, clients can give us a call. I did have a presentation for you all, but I can make sure to include our contact information in the chat. I did include my direct information for now, but I'll include all of our details, including an email address that you can use to send over referrals or resources if you have any. Or, I'm sorry, referrals or clients if you have any currently. But that's pretty much who we are here. Does anyone have any questions or concerns or anything?
Yeah, a question. Is there any income level cutoff for your services?
No, this is actually a free service.
For anybody, no matter what?
Yeah, New York Connects is a free service. It operates statewide. There is one in every borough. We specifically are within Manhattan.
So it's a state-funded organization?
Right. Mm-hmm. It's through the Department for the Aging.
Oh, okay.
New York State Department of the Aging? Or New York City Department of the Aging?
New York City Department of the Aging.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you for putting your information in here. I'm going to reach out to you separately because we have a seniors group in my building here at Riverview, and I'm hoping that I can find out more about what it is that you do so that we can inform our residents about your services and how they can connect.
Oh, perfect. That works just fine. If you're okay
Thank
with
you.
it, do you mind putting if you can put your information in the chat as well?
Sure, I will. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mhm.
I'll add in more of our contact information here as well. And if anyone has any particular clients, just as Ms. Johnson noted, you can always reach out to myself. You can also reach out to Ms. Bennett, and we'd be more than happy to give you the assistance that you may need.
Okay, is there any additional questions from online to ask? No? Francine, would you like to give your update on the rendition of the Senior Resorts Fair since you participated in it strongly?
Oh, I just want to thank everyone because I think we worked very, very, very well with the coalition of participants from our committee. We really filled in where it was necessary, and we were really carried out honorably in respect to serving our seniors. I think it was a great day, and I think those that attended really got a lot out of it. 3333 went home with a lot of winners. They won a lot of prizes, so thank you in their behalf. And the Bears was a beautiful donation. That was so nice. And the books, yes. But I know that everybody was really onto those Bears. But that was a nice unanticipated donation. And it was really appreciated. All the donations were appreciated.
Yeah, your plants were wonderful.
Yeah, well, I told the girls, thank you for the pots, for doing the pots for you guys, yes. Yes. So maybe that'll be something you'll like continue like we do at 3333. We give them plants every Mother's Day. That might be something the committee could adapt to, something they will provide at the resource fair
All right,
in the future.
that'd be beautiful.
Mhm.
So, since we have the connect with partner agent, we like to put on Madison Ayala or Madison Ayala.
Hello.
Hi,
Hi. I don't know what's wrong with my camera, but you guys can hear me, right?
sure.
Okay. Do you guys just want to hear like a spiel?
That'd be great.
Huh?
That'd be great.
Okay. So my name is Madison Ayala. I am the government affairs officer here at Department for the Aging. I don't really have a lot of I don't have a lot of announcements. It is World Elder Abuse Awareness Day on June 15th. So with that being said, I want to highlight that we do have an elder justice unit here at the agency. Services are free. It could be anywhere from elder abuse with like stranger crime, so someone you don't know, to someone that you are familiar with. And that's about it. If anyone has any questions for me, feel free to reach out, let me know. And yeah.
Okay. Lydia?
I just want to ask a question that I asked Danielle about the income level. There's no income level, I mean, I talked at high or low, that will cut off, prevent you from accessing your services, Madison.
You're
Well-
asking if there's an income requirement.
You're at the very high end or the very low. You have to have under a certain income level to access these services. That's
No.
the question.
No, not for the elder justice programs. For
Okay.
some of our programs, but not specifically that one.
And do your
That would-
programs have?
Well, some of our like what's it called? Some of our workforce programs, you do have to have a certain income requirement or just a certain requirement. So it just depends. But for the elder justice program, no requirements, no income requirements.
Mr. Richard Allen?
Richard Allen.
Okay, they got it wrong. All men, okay. Yeah, I just wanted to. Sure, yeah. Mr. McGregor? You have any updates at this time?
You muted.
Muted.
I can't say I do. I'm in a bookstore cohort that I'm in called Bing Tank, which is an organization that helps bookstores in need throughout the country. They have a cohort which helps neighborhoods that need bookstores get started. And I was selected as part of that. So I've been steadily working towards the bookstore in that program, which has been a big help. So, that's what I've been doing. But I do want to reiterate that one of the things, that I want to do is create a writing workshop and program uh, geared towards everybody, but I want to specifically target young adults and seniors, specifically seniors being those folks who have had an interest in writing and storytelling and creating their own stories, but for some reason, whether through work, family, or whatever, have not had a chance to really dive into it. So I do want to have, as part of the bookstore, writing instructors and authors and people like that to workshop uh, folks who have, maybe that hidden history, family history that they haven't had a chance to work on, or that novel, or that piece of poetry that they've been meaning to work on but haven't had a chance to, and want to get a chance to see if you know they could be a creator as well too. So that's going to be a big part. I was want to put that out there. That will be a major part of the bookstore, as well. Um, Bringing out the creator in folks who haven't had the encouragement or the chance to develop that creative uh those creative juices, and see what's out there, and hear from you know instructors and writers, folks that can give them feedback and instruction on how to get that work out there published, or just to finish it, because some folk just want to express themselves, not necessarily get it published or see it out there, but just sort of preserve that you know piece of family history for future generations or others in the family. So that's that.
Good, great. Stay with us and keep us updated on any newly acquired information, because it's essential that if this thing come off with a bookstore in West Side Harlem or Harlem period, that is of great value, it's gonna be a blockbuster. And I'd like to, Heather Jason.
John, I'd like to ask you, this bookstore, is this something where people would like in the community come in and just sit around and read, or well, no. Let's say if I had books to donate and all, would they have to be new books, or I don't know what type of bookstore this is that you're talking about.
It's gonna be a general interest bookstore, meaning that's gonna carry books covering a wide range of different subjects and ideas, not just focus on one particular area. Just it's going to cover a wide range of things. It'll be probably new books, remaindered books, and some used books. I haven't decided on the mix yet, but it's going to be just a bookstore where you can come in. There might be a small cafe, get a cup of coffee, join a book club, if you have a particular interest, and there's enough people that want to join a book club or reading club. You can catch an author. We'll bring authors in to talk about their works. We'll have panel discussions. I also want to heavily work with CUNY and Columbia to bring in folks to talk about science and technology. I mean, that's one of the area. I mean, like I said, there'll be several different areas of different kinds of books, but I want to have a very specially curated science and technology section, a travel section as well too. There'll be all kinds of different books, and all kinds of different programming and different authors and book clubs. So hopefully there'll be a wide range, and anyone can come in there and find something that they want to read, or take part in an activity that interests them, or see an author that they've always wanted to see, or maybe we'll have story time and folks can get up and tell their own stories. There's a group called the Moth, which is a national storytelling organization where people get up and tell stories. So I know the guy who put that together. So I want to try and maybe bring, them in and have like a Harlem Moth series where folks can get up and, like in spoken word, tell stories. So there are a lot of ideas, and part of, me, coming to the meetings and seeing folks is sort of getting their feedback, and their ideas, on in terms of what they want to see. So
Yeah.
please
Yeah,
let me know.
my apologies to not saying anybody wanted to reply to it. I was trying to see if Heather was on there to prep her for the next one, but you have.
No, I just want, John, do you have your eye on any physical space?
Um, I am looking at Innovation Triangle, Scott Metzner's development a block away, Innovation Triangle. I've talked to him about possibly having a space there, but Lydia, no, I don't have a space yet. I'm still open to looking at space, but I have an eye on that space, but nothing's been agreed to yet. I want to firm that up. I want to try and business plan it out over the summer and firm that up. But I have my eye on it, but no space yet.
Okay, Pat is here. We reached a quorum, but yeah, we good. We did a rendition and a recap on the senior resource fair. And most have gave their input, and somebody would like to redefine, so Pat can pick up on it before we go to Mr. Almore. Don't worry, Mr. Richard. Before we get Richard, Lily, and hopefully Heather to close out. Anybody have any?
Here at the beginning, so you wanna recap, either one of you?
I think everybody was 100% pleased with it.
I just want to hear it. As co-chair, it was awesome. Our level of capabilities of bringing more seniors in this year increased. We had at least between 60 to 80 in rotation that I put up. We had presenters from Congressman Espaillat. We had city council from Shauna Rails, their team came in. We had Con Edison, Cannabis Task Force came through and they gave a great presentation. We had multiple, Tony Gonzalez, Hearts and Minds. He also came through. The food was delicious. Naomi Goldberg, we all got up there and did the mining.
Man, I really missed this.
With exercises for at least 20 minutes to half an hour that we had people sitting in their seats, getting up and participating. Definitely provide service for our seniors. If you need anything to eat, drink, you ain't had to leave, I'll go get it. So on and so forth. And it just was outstanding. The plants, the gifts, the raffle, the whole thing was just what it's supposed to be when you have a resource event. You gotta have that event atmosphere to go with it. You gotta have that like party kind of nature to go with the seriousness.
Very supportive environment.
Yeah. You gotta have that full spectrum. You just can't here take papers and all right, now see you later. No, we need that full impact. Because I know a little something about events. Actually, I know a little something about a little bit of everything, like most people. We displayed it in our team effort. It was outstanding. I must say it was outstanding.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, everybody participated and gave full effort and
Filled in when necessary.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I try to get Heather in, but Lily, are you available now for presentation or updates?
Good morning.
Morning, how you doing?
I'm good, and you? So my name is Lily Lopez. I am the outreach specialist for Manhattan and Bronx. for NY Connects. NY Connects is managed by Center Independence for the Disabled of New York. They part of the Independent Living Centers. So I listed my information on the chat and a flyer of our program, and we assist with housing applications, Social Security, SNAP certifications, and benefits. I put my contact information on the chat as well as the main line. And thank you, Miss Bennett. It's great meeting you. And they like Miss Bennett is one of our partners, the other Night Connects as well. Thank you.
All right.
Great meeting you too, Lily. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Anybody have any additional questions for Lily?
I have a question for, Billy and Miss Bennett, and for Madison, with all of these crazy cuts that are going on, have any of your agencies received any type of notification that there'll be a cut in your funding? And if so, how deeply, is that going to affect the services that you're able to provide to seniors?
Miss Bennett, as of now, so Miss Bennett, correct me if there's any, if I'm providing the wrong information. As of now, our program continues operating normal. We haven't received any notifications. So our services so far remain the same, free of charge, and we continue to see people.
Yes, that's correct. I didn't really hear the whole question, but I'm assured that Lily heard the whole.
Yes, so basically she asked if with the budget cuts, if our program is being impacted. So
At this present moment, we haven't received anything, so everything continues to work as normal, and we continue to update our clients and participants with any information that we get from up top. We bring it down and we make sure that they receive that information. But as of now, it's normal business as usual.
yeah, and also for information, I know this was not asked, but all of our information that is spoken between our counselors and our clients is confidential.
Okay.
Because I know there's a lot of fear, so.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so we're gonna move on. We're gonna go in-house here and have Mr. Richard. It's almond, like an almond candy bar. Close to it?
Almond.
Okay, almond, like ALMON.
Thanks very much.
Okay.
I'm here today to talk about the Jackie Robinson Older Adult Center. Given that what I'm gonna present comes from department discussions with the Department for the Aging, I'm wondering if there might be a couple of words that Madison wants to say before I go into more detail.
Madison?
I'll let you take it from here, and if anything comes up, I guess I'll just chip in.
I'm Richard Allman. The organization I work for is ARC Fort Washington, which operates 3 senior centers in northern Manhattan, 2 in Harlem, 1 in Washington Heights. The 2 in Harlem are the A. Philip Randolph Center, where I'm the manager, and the Central, which is on 146th Street, the Central Harlem Center on 140th Street. From discussions with the Department for the Aging, we have been asked to take over the shuttered Jackie Robinson Center. As of the end of last week, we said yes, but it's gonna take a little while to gear things up. You know, we're certainly aiming for early July.
Okay.
But if I can find a nice way to say it, it's been under-resourced, under-programmed, ... center.
Is that in Grant Houses?
Yes.
Well, I was the former TA president of Grant, and we had it thumping and fulfilled for 7 years until the new administration came in. And when they came in, we lost all the programs. Seniors ain't even want to come to the center. due to the fact they had a director named Mr. Nubian, I believe, who was taking away pool tables. We went and did a walkthrough there. He was taking away all the resources that they had that they enjoyed through the day. The bingo for personal hygiene, all that. He wanted to bring in an African culture. Forget that. I'm telling you. And it was a no-no. And we came over there, Pat Colwell, and the rest of our team, we all came over there and we laid it to them like, you can't do that to these people. And they continued. So that's why you had the drop in the participation, because that place we had it at. I brought MMCC from the Bronx. They've never been in Manhattan. If you ever do the history on Mashua Montefiore Community Center, they never was in Harlem until I brought them here. And we had that place packed from sun up to sundown.
I can't think of a better way to introduce this discussion than the words you just said. I certainly in the short run would invite anyone to come. I didn't think to bring calendars today, but to come over to the A. Philip Randolph Senior Center, get a sense of what we think matters in the senior center. And it's awfully close to what I just heard said. I think in the centers that we're responsible for, I think we're noted for the breadth of programming, for member engagement, community engagement. And really proud of the partnerships we've built. Just sitting here for 20 minutes and listening to the presentations that have been done. There are a lot of people we want to talk to.
Yes.
You know, whether we're talking about how a book club gets done, whether we're talking about physical exercise, which I think we have, I think it's 9 programs per week on physical exercise, health education. I believe in addition to all the programming you just talked about, I don't think there was a regular caseworker. No, at Jackie Robinson.
Right.
Whether that means short term, we need to fill some of that through partnerships with organizations, or whether we can figure out how the budget works to make all of this work.
Right.
But that is who we are. I can't access chat right now. I know Walter knows my contact information. Walter, if you would put that in the chat.
Or Pam.
Or, okay, I'm not looking at it. Pat probably has it too. Or I'm glad to leave it here in whatever way possible.
Yeah, they wasn't even receiving a stipend for the little work that they was doing as receptionists on people entering into the senior center. Because I stood right there. They didn't know that I was the TA president during that time, and I watched and saw it all. I first.
I certainly been made aware
That's that nice.
the current TA wants to talk with us as soon as possible.
If I could just say something,
No idea.
I just real quick, I just want to emphasize that to Carlton that this is a new provider, so it's not the same. But they're not going to be the same. So now now that they're here, I feel like this is a good time to build a better rapport with this provider, and being that you're have close ties to a lot of the members in the community, and especially in grant houses, to kind of like connect and just go over things so that what was before doesn't trickle down, trickle down, because this is new. Everything is new. And last time when we spoke, I did inform y'all that the insurance wasn't up to date and things like that, and that we were looking for different ways and paths. So now that this is a thing, I feel like this is a great time to just really just connect, and I think it's gonna be great. And it's in CB9. I love CB9, and I'm sure this is gonna be a great opportunity to get it rolling again, like you said before it was. So yeah, I just want everybody to keep that in mind, that this is a different provider.
To create a great foundation is to start from the introduction, to know the foundation of what caused any collapse. Whether how harsh it sounds, I'm a realist. I mean, I'm gonna tell you, a lot of people put their hands in because the insurance ran out during election time. We'll leave that alone. And everybody knows about that. Anybody need any questions?
Yeah, we starting out here.
could you please specify what services you offer in, was that the several centers? There are three other centers. Three other ones, so this is the fourth. Now, what similarly do you offer in each of those that you can offer also to Jackie Robinson? And probably bits of differences. Specify. Philip Randolph, 2 meals a day, casework services, pretty wide range of physical exercise, health education. We stay connected with the community and with, if you will, people of substance in as many ways as we can. We do a lot of presentations.
And you transportation has a second
part to that question. Yeah, and there's some culture. We're doing a pretty good range of performances, concerts, and parties. Good time party stuff.
Yeah.
That we,
Walter, can I jump in, Walter?
I mean, I came into AFL.
Walter's home. Well, I'm just sending you a chat.
Yeah,
I'm not there, Hamer.
Is still presenting. But I would like to speak. So.
He's responding.
Look, you just gotta wait a minute, William. Okay, no problem. I wasn't sure. I was trying to reach out to Walter, Carlton. Okay.
So that you would be responsible for hiring or inclusive in your budget, personnel that's needed at Jack Robinson Farm. Yes. Budget is inadequate as it stands right now. And what we're gonna do in terms of hiring or even possibly maintaining, you gotta treat that as a personnel matter. That, I'm not gonna talk about the details of it right here, but we're certainly moving on that. So. I'm good, I'll be in touch. I like that.
You have any other questions that need to be? Anybody online for questions?
Well, I would like to say thank you. Because just from our affiliation with Rowan, we know that they're producing in the centers that you are in.
Yeah, well, that's what we needed, because it was fully functional for almost 50 years until 2022.
It's very basic.
Okay, so we've been functioning in Grant. I've been a part of Grant for 51 years. Nobody ain't gonna be telling me no okey doke stuff, because I don't go for it. It's fine.
Yeah,
I think
we'll
we'll
talk
talk more about, I still can't pronounce.
Right, whoa.
But I think we'll be even closer.
Right.
Is Voa connect with y'all? That's the man with the golden bridge in the background. I know Hazel. He's a staunch supporter.
But we do have other people that's before him. How quick you want to respond, Mr. Hamer? Well, my response is probably just I want to kind of give people a little background, so I would want to take maybe a few minutes because I know A. Philip Randolph as well as anybody, and I know the organization as well as anyone, and so I want to just speak on their behalf in terms of the scope of their services, the comprehensiveness of their services, how long they've been involved, and how long I've been interfacing with that organization over a number of years.
I want to make sure I'm connecting.
Yeah, so you can let other people get in, and then just if I could.
No.
Just,
if you're connecting with Mr. Richard Allman, you need to speak in continuation of consistency of the agenda. If you are connected with him, because all of your came in right behind each other. And since you connected with the centers, I said my part for Jackie Robinson, and you have knowledge of A. Philip Randolph. Yeah, I would just say there are a lot of familiar faces on that screen.
Right.
Folks that we've interacted. If I had one thing to offer as an apology, I started to make it the day of the senior resource fair, and some things came up that just had to be dealt with on premises. So sorry I missed it. It sounds like it was gonna be wonderful.
So Carlton, is it okay for me to speak now, or do you want to?
That's what I'm saying. I'm going to connect everybody with each other that has some similarities. We just want to run a continuous line of information that pertains to each other, and it seems that y'all two connect with the senior centers.
So let me know if I can take a few minutes to speak. I would like to do that if I'm offered the opportunity.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Can I do that now?
Floor is yours.
Yeah, all right. I just want to be real clear. I don't want to step
You
out of line.
closed out the last one, you're good.
Right. So let me just say, I know Richard Allman quite well over the last few years when he took over and came into ARC Fort Washington, which is one of the premier organizations that have been running senior centers for well over 15 or 20 years. I know the original founder of that organization, Fern Hertzberg, who was a pioneer in the field of aging and still has her footprint in the arena. And when Fort Washington ARC came in, they initially came in at 140th Street Center, which is thriving when that center had some challenges. They then came in and took over the A. Philip Randolph Center, which also was under some challenges under the United Block Association. All I can say is that in terms of senior centers, and I think I have a fairly good perspective on most of them, I'm partners with all of them. The ARC program and the program that Richard and them have set up at A. Philip Randolph is probably one of the most thriving, robust senior centers in the city. When I say that without, hesitation, in the fact that the mayor has visited that center, the commissioner has visited that center, and that center has been used as a model center in a lot of public announcements as well as their community engagement. So I think the fact, and I know the history of Jackie Robinson. I'm not going to say I know it as well as others, but I know the history of Jackie Robinson, and I certainly know the history of the Wahlberg Multi-Service Center that took over that center a few years ago, and I understand the problems that Wahlberg had even prior to taking over that center. Right. So Wahlberg, if those of you, and I'm not saying anything that's not public knowledge, is that Wahlberg used to be the provider for the citywide Meals on Wheels program under the Department of the Aging. But because of some major challenges there, that contract was taken from that organization several years ago because it was not being appropriately managed. They were able to get hold of the Jackie Robinson Center, and they ran that center for a few years. And I know that there have been challenges in that center because I'm also in contact with a number of people at Grant. The current leadership of the TA there has been very much involved. And Jackie Robinson, over the last couple of years, has been involved in WOA, which is the new West Harlem Older Adult Alliance, under their current director, who was Manuel Alls, who was a very active member of WOA, and not sure what's going to happen with the changeover. But I just want to just say on behalf of WOA, West Harlem Older Adult Alliance, on behalf of my organization, that I think that fact that ARC Fort 16 has come in and taken over that center, I think is a godsend to the West Harlem community, because I can be assured, and I can assure all of you, that there will be, once it gets up and running, it'll be a robust, comprehensive, and well-tooled senior center, that I think not only the folks in Grant will appreciate and enjoy, but also the people in the surrounding community. That's how good that organization is. So I just wanted to put that in out there for those who don't know ARC 16. They've been around. They're one of the big boys in this business, and they do great work. So that's my point.
Yeah, Grant was kicking a long time. I'm not gonna put nothing down. And I know internally what goes on there as a 7 year. And in 2009, all the way up to right now, was the film and photographer. I'm an independent producer, not unannounced. I don't announce it in my bio for arts and culture. I don't even mention it and the people I work with, but I'm deep in there, like boots on the ground, like knocking on your door type thing, like 1,940 doors every quarter. So that's 4 times a year. You'll see me with resources and that. Yes, we go door to door during them stints. Okay. And I know the inside out. Now, people got great names and whatever that, but you gotta be there. When you walk 1,940 doors, holler at me. Only one who can do that is Daniel Don.
So, Sean Brennan, are you next?
Walter would like to say something quick.
Okay.
Mr. Allman, I'm sorry I couldn't make it there to get the good news in person. I spoke to a senior just the other day who was talking about the center being closed. So it would be, I dealt with ARC when I had my surgery, and they run a van that will pick you up. If you call them a day ahead, they will pick you up and take you to your medical appointments. And they took me all the way down to 68th Street, and they waited for me and brought me back up. I really appreciate it. They were so professional and so nice. And so with September, the group discussed doing alternate meetings in senior centers, as we have 4 in our catchment area. So maybe we can start with them as one of the first ones, maybe in October. So I'm looking forward to see the new staff, and that's really good news. I'm glad things are getting back on track. And thank you, Mr. Hamer, for your eloquent presentation as well. Carry on, Mr. Brandon.
Well, really, Mr. Brandon has nothing really to say. I just wanted to, well, the one thing I do want to say is I want to congratulate both you, Walter, and you, Carlton, on a great senior resource fair. You guys allowed us to table both community affairs and constituent services there, and we had a good time as usual. And Walter put me on the spot as usual, so that was good. So as far as anything else, if you guys need me, you guys know how to get in contact with me. But it is good to hear about the Jackie Robinson Center and whatnot. So that's great news. And Richard does a great job. So thumbs up.
Thank you all. Looking forward to that. Thank you. Looking forward. Lily?
Matt's here.
Hi, would you like to close us out? I believe we have everybody all presenters and introductions, updates, all been done. I think you're the last one. Miss
Still my updates.
Heather Jason left.
Anybody want water? Y'all can.
You gave your update? Right.
Yeah, I
Lily.
did. Lily
Okay, look
Lopez.
for,
Yes.
Heather Jackson.
I think she left.
Okay,
I think that's myself.
so everybody's
Yeah, okay.
got the information.
Matt said something.
I just want to ask, do anyone know someone that can give a presentation on the scams on, older people?
Yeah, I
We'd
know.
like to have.
I asked Walter about that a couple of sessions ago, that's in the works.
The
Yeah.
30th precinct.
No, No.
At the 30 precinct, they have a special unit
Right.
that will come out
No.
to any community report 9, because it is also community report 9 event, and they have a special unit that specializes in scams. Now, I don't know about the precincts, but the 30 does.
If I can just add, I think, hey, Pat, how you doing? She's correct about the precincts, but the other office that is really key in terms of the elder abuse issue and scams is the New York County District Attorney's Office. That office has a specialized unit for elder abuse and scams, and they also come out and do community presentations, and they're right there located at the 125th Street office or at the state office building. But they are also they're a major resource for that issue with their elder abuse unit. So that should also be considered.
Like the public.
Just real quickly.
Rose.
I thought I was the only one. I thought it was me. But
It
no, they
froze.
froze.
Anybody? Yep. Okay.
I think we're back.
Oh, they're back. Okay.
It wasn't just you, Madison.
We can go for Sean.
Yeah, I also wanted to follow up what Mr. Hammer said. The District Attorney's Office is having an elder abuse awareness event on Thursday, June 12th at the Harlem State Office Building. So,
June 12th.
Yeah.
Also, if I could just say something, um, as a former CB9 member, I know that UST has close relation with the 30 and the 26, and I think crime prevention officers from both precincts join monthly on Thursdays to kind of give a little spiel the first Thursday of the month. So what's that? On Thursday, this Thursday. So you could just ask, I guess, Solomon and be like, I think it's Officer Stumer, who's a crime prevention at the 30th. So you could just ask, and I'm sure he'll just come in person and make a little quick presentation if that helps too.
I can't find the hand raise function on this thing. I've been messing with this for the last 10 minutes, but it's okay. I don't have a question now.
Okay, so,
Oh, he doesn't go.
no. We'll, move to adjourn.
I.
Motion that we adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
So move.
So move.
I hope everybody have a happy summer. Have a happy summer, everybody.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
all for coming. We won't meet
Take
until
care.
September, not the day after Labor Day. It's the week, the Tuesday, the next week, the following week. I think it's the 9th. I think it's on the agenda.
Agenda, go on the agenda for updated information.
Thank your seniors for coming to the trivia. It was fantastic. I know they told you. Johnson.
Have a good day, everyone.
Thank you, Sean.
You're welcome.
Take care, everybody.
Bye,
Take care.
everybody.
Bye.
Good afternoon.
Anybody want water? I got
Yes.
the water out there for you guys.
Yes, I do.
Commissioner.
Akil,
And 11.
Akil normally shuts down.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll go over there and tell you.
All right.
All right. Let's go at the
general meeting. I'll see you then. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We have one this month.
Anybody else for more?
Anyone else want water?
So what do I ask for when I go next to?
We was.
Information.
Just
Tell us you send the contact.
We gauge this to be in the.
They probably have a card already there.
I was just saying, and that's just for water. I mean, it was enough. We had.
No, they do. They can do one this. And then if you take it back, so those should go to the side. When the president is time. Scratch something.
Well, once we agree.
No, I said, has it been drawn outside?
Oh, you know, that's what I got. You already gonna have one. Bye. See you Thursday.
They said something about the meeting because I've been listening, I'm like.
And then going on and
They shouldn't have to, but.
literally, we have literally been back and forth, and you can see the differences when you speak, but.
I'm so sorry.
So it isn't.
I want you to understand that.
And say.
Oh, it was the same day as the concert they had. Yeah, the sheriff's concert the same day as yours. That's why I took it on the 29th of April.
I know that.
Yeah. That's why I didn't come here. April 29th.
I know.
Calls it Davis.
Well, July
Should have
10th.
gotten to that point.
Oh, you're on the thing.
It's all right.
We're going to July 10th at the day. Or,
We communicated successfully.
with the arts.
That's the one.
Yeah, July 7th, we're going to.
Okay.
But you,
Okay.
this gave me as a director. I have another experience for you. I like to be able to submit my resume to that particular subject.
Go ahead and do it.
How do I do it?
We even got people from Charles Wrangles, the president of Charles Wrangles. Charles up on the curves. Is that Wrangles? Work in Grand Island.
To get an idea on what.
We served on the executive board for the district of Manhattan North, District Council Presidents. I don't know if you're familiar with them.
Yeah.
But we're from Dykeman always to 101st Street,
Yeah.
east and west. Do you know, and I was the recording secretary. I was for 5 years and the team president for 7, all simultaneous. And was on the board of directors with one side area line for 7 years. And as far as cheering and executive meet, 140 meet. See, that's not including the district executive board, which is 50. And then you start adding over 200 plus meetings.
Well, Richard, you know,
Excuse me if I miss something, if you,
whatever you need.
so you go, cause I got a big bag.
Right up the block.
Yeah.
Now, what did you say? I'm sorry. I got this thing, this is something new for me. I got this thing.
Same here. I would use one, but it's this, like, it's got me,
She got you on tap.
Yeah.
that. No, but I said, my wife, she be looking out.
You don't, I don't wanna say.
And then he had it from the table, like you said. And if I leave that,
we been fucking.
Yeah, it'll take us a while.
Sure.
I know.
Move MMCC.
So sorry to hear.
For being on.
You know,
So go and then with exposure. And all that, and that.
and then that's why sometimes this happens, so she was, it's, it was. I mean, and praise.
Last year, like, what was dead?
No,
200. Let's be real quick. This year you had 60.
yeah. Yeah.
I did not like this. Because they're not free. They can go, they got counties in every day. They got
Organized and.
whatever,
As you can see,
you know, the suspects that are coming to teach you the drill. What are you talking about? Scams. Same thing. They had something there. You can never do it. Yeah, no, because everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody engaged in us. You're not going to do things unless it's in DCC, you know, everybody, I love you.
12 o'clock.
When y'all show up, you'll show up.
We said 40 minutes. Home.
And I'll be going to,
Everybody was able to ask questions.
It was great.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
It's still now, the great stories, I know there was no format, you all was connected together.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm glad that people want to send me an email. Oh, I want to say to everybody being with this is our last meeting until next year. God bless. See, I'm not gonna say all that. We're not recording still, are we? May your prayer pop.
Everything is good in Jim, what I say is.
So I mean, if you're not sure, he was interested in coming back. You believe this is the year coming? Mother, that his wife, like, just not say, so her too, so. And I deserve to get babies can buy those cash. But we.
But that's good. That's the black that you back over there.
Give me a
Let me see.
reference, you know.
I do what I have on you, and I'm keeping it, you know, and I'm gonna be talking to you, I'm asking for the thing.
Okay.
Right, Francine,
Going next.
this is Patricia.
Yeah.
Right now. Yeah.
I can take that cake next door. I'm not taking it home.
Huh? My son is so greedy, and you know, it looks like a deliciously made cake. Who is it?
It is,
It is, was it good?
as long as you're willing to have that much frosting, and there's a lot.
There's a lot of birthday.
I'm gonna take a piece to my son.
I don't care who you take it to, I'm out.
Like, what did you? He's like, he gave you a little piece of brownie, son.
Let me put this back away and then walk up the hill, and at 2 o'clock I got yours.
It's a knife.
You know what I use?
But
Girl Scout. Back up, door.
I don't care.
And you listen, if you didn't know the difference.
My grandmother said, can't push it.
I use the back.
You like that?
I use the back up and then all was well. Okay, so there you go.
The little charm.
Yeah, and give the rest of them to the next door. I'm not. Did you know that the restaurant closed down the block 2 weeks ago?
What restaurant? The one that provided the boxing punches?
No. The one that is right near the walk lining.
Mm.
What is it, Manhattan Community? It's closed. I walked there yesterday to get a salad. They told me it's closed for 2 weeks. By the way, but they're closed for 2 weeks. I said, what?
Yeah.
And it wasn't reported that they were having trouble with our board meetings. So I didn't even know, you know.
You know, this is,
And it's the neighborhood, that's what the wrong.
yeah. And this is right down the block from me.
That's what
You know, I'm more up on Sugar Hill. I'm Sugar Hill there, which is, so, but I didn't know about that. It must have been a very good restaurant.
The sound, I was walking down with my salad yesterday.
I know.
And so
But I know a lot of people in this neighborhood because of the church.
Right.
And they have, you know, issues. Cooking food, you know, seeing stuff.
Then he went to
And
the.
We call them.
yeah, seeing stuff.
Okay, I see both of them.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you, Mr. Allen. I'll get chopped in my head. Thank you. I didn't go.
Bye-bye, bye-bye. Oh, it's like it's no, my person. But no problem. No harm. It's like having. Oh, no, thank you, but my person. Yeah. Thank you.
Let me get your pocketbook.
Oh, okay, fine.
Oops, I stepped on the back of my own shoe. And the chair. What chair?
Right there, keep going. See it blue? Navy blue, second chair, second chair.
I see it. You know why we old ladies carry a shoulder bag? You know why we old ladies carry a shoulder bag? But then we do get our stuff. I'm gonna finish swinging on them. That's right.
Thank you.
I just saw the AI and put it on.
Hey, pull it down.
Yeah.
No, but I'm just saying, did you really type these up?
The AI did.
Really?
Yeah.
They should always do it now.
Yeah, that's how we do it.
You should have.
No,
No.
not this meeting.
Moving forward then. Yeah.